Good afternoon, January 6th, the day of reckoning. That was a joke. Ha. Um, I. This is one of those tasks that's so boring that I'm just like, do I really need to do this? And so it got me thinking, do I really need to do this? Just, to placate my curiosity. And the answer is yes. I need to finish this. I need to finish this evaluation pipeline. Otherwise, I won't have any confidence in the problem generation. And do I need to do the problem generation is the natural follow-up question. The answer is yes. I've already gotten some early feedback on the rest of the product, and without unlimited problems or problem generation, the product just that's the bottleneck on the product as far as the ability for students to continue learning. They need new problems to be able to practice off. It's pretty obvious. That's why it's a pretty core MVP or MLP feature. Having said that, just more of the same. I got my water and just back to it. See if anything interesting comes up. Elbow grease is really awesome. And this eval work is really awesome, as boring as it sometimes is. It identified, or as I was running through the evaluations, meticulously looking through the inputs, seeing why the LLM was making a certain decision or creating a certain problem, I found an enormous bug that was somewhat easy to miss because of the enormous input that the LLM is seeing for context. And because of that, I was able to write up some unit tests, and those unit tests now cover that bug. I fixed the bug, and now all is right in the world. I can continue on. But that was like an enormous bug. Like, the LLM was still doing its job, right, as far as I could tell. But because of this manual review, I was able to spot out that issue, which is undoubtedly going to increase the performance of the actual problem generation. So let's see how many lines that was. The actual, if you're curious, it's 311 lines of tests, which is great. 3 lines of deletions. The bug was in the telemetry of like logging what as a student progresses through a specific set of material. Basically, there was a tiny line in that what was actually being tracked in the logs, and because of that line, that eventually traced through and eventually got to the LM. So yeah, great stuff. Just gonna keep doing more of this, but that's all for today as far as this goes, and I will see you guys tomorrow.